was just curious.
What are you curious about?
Lots of things.
Such as?
Is it recording?
That's it?
Yeah, I guess not lots of things.
It's pretty simple, isn't it?
That's pretty simple. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Pretty simple stuff. So normally I start the show off a certain way, but I'm going to start it off a little different this time. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's go, girls.
Oh, I love it.
Morning. Welcome to Don't Beat the Artists. I'm Hagen.
I'm Dave.
I'm Adam.
I'm Jackson.
Welcome back, Jackson.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm here.
Is that good?
I yes.
Yeah?
Can I have more of my headphones?
God.
Oh, that's so funny.
Luckily, that's super easy to
Yeah.
fix now.
Can I have more of my headphones? Cool. That feels good.
How's that?
It feels great.
Does it?
Oh, now I want more. Can I have some more? Can I have some more? Yeah, that's good.
I turn you back down, Jackson.
Thank you.
That's good.
Feels good to be back. At the risk of to be honest, I had no clue we were starting. So
That's fair.
I feel like a deer in headlights right now.
Like a lot of lights, actually.
I was
I have a lot of
texting,
lights
and
on.
then you guys started, and I was like, oh shit, they're going.
It is very bright in here. I'm surprised Dave's okay with it.
It's not that bright.
Oh, it's just the lights themselves are bright, but I don't think the room itself is that bright. I think it's just that, like, if you look at the lights
You're
for too
right.
long, you
Just
know what
don't
I'm
look at the
saying?
lights.
Just don't look at the lights.
Yeah,
Also, the lights are like pointed directly at us.
Yeah, they are.
Why do we have lights?
For professionals.
For professionals. Yeah. I mentioned last week that I was filming and maybe putting it up. I didn't obviously do that, but I'm testing it out again this week. I'm very likely to post it this time. So
Yeah, we're working up to it.
Yeah.
video podcasting, just trying something new. It's fun to try new things, isn't it?
We're trying to get acquired by Spotify.
We did it, Joe. It's a layered joke. So here's the quick question, the quick and dirty. Is Australia an island? Dave?
I don't know.
Hagen?
I think yes.
Yeah.
I would say absolutely not.
Yeah.
Like
Well-
with that rationale, like America. With that rationale,
That's
every
not what I
landmass
expected.
is an island.
Yes.
Isn't that true?
No.
Well,
Yeah, what's
Yes.
Isn't that true?
Dave's
though?
looking up the definition of
Yeah.
island.
Wouldn't the definition of island be surrounded by water on all four sides, or approximately?
4 sides.
You know what I mean?
You know, every landmass is a square.
a piece of land surrounded by water.
So yeah, it's
Yeah.
a fucking island.
A thing resembling an island, especially in being isolated, detached, or surrounded in some way.
Those are what?
That's too vague.
Isolated or surrounded?
Just isolated. So
wait,
like,
no. Am I misunderstanding? Isolated or surrounded? Aren't those different? Wouldn't those be different things?
You're
Yes.
isolated from other lands surrounded by water.
Oh,
I thought you meant
it
like-
meant surrounded by like other islands.
Yeah.
Australia is called an island continent.
So it's not
Sometimes
fucking
called
island.
that.
Isn't everything an island continent?
Not
no.
everything's a continent, but
If you
everything
zoom
could
out
be an
far enough.
island.
Europe wouldn't be. Right?
Most
So-
geographers consider islands and continents to be separate things. Yeah, I would say that there's got to be a certain amount of land that makes it no longer an island. Like I would say, I don't know how big New Zealand is, but compared to Australia, it's definitely smaller.
So that's an island.
So that's an island,
Likely.
just arbitrarily.
Not arbitrarily.
That's
That
a tough word. That's a tough
Yeah.
word.
It is. It's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't think it's an island.
I think it's an island.
By definition, Australia can't be an island because it's already a continent.
No.
What?
It's in bold right here.
Is it-
Adam,
what's
you
your
see it in
source?
bold?
Is there also something about
What's
like,
your source?
Australia is an island.com.
Britannica.com.
Britannica.
How old are you?
Britannica.
How old are you? Yeah.
Younger than you.
What does Wikipedia say? That's what we care about.
Okay, do you want me to check mapsoftheworld.com?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. That doesn't sound legit.
We need a .org.
A .org. What do you want? Like, what am I looking up? The CDC?
Wikipedia.org.
It says Australia continent right here. Let's.
I mean, a
keyword
continent
search.
could also be an island. I would buy into that.
A continent
Why
can
is-
be an island, but an island can't be a continent. Is
No,
that what the
that doesn't-
distinction is?
that doesn't help our case.
I'm saying that
No, Dave.
Well, I'm just trying to figure it out in my
continent-
head.
No, none of those things don't touch continents and islands. No.
like on your food plate, those things don't touch.
The vegetables don't touch my plate.
The Brussels sprouts.
Fucking dude. Did you know? Thank you. Sorry to interrupt. Did you fucking know that it's Brussels sprout?
Yeah, English is stupid.
Really?
Yeah. Did you
I thought
fucking
it was
know that?
Brussels sprouts.
So did I.
But it's-
Everybody
one of
says
my
that.
favorite vegetables.
Brussels sprouts. If you want multiple.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Does anybody know what is BJ's has them on their menu? That thing? BJ's.
We can't
the
talk, we can't talk about that right now.
Okay.
It's a family-friendly podcast.
What
now.
is that place called?
We're on video.
Warehouse or
BJ's warehouse.
That's
Some
not
guy-
a, that's
some old
not
guy
a
named
bad
BJ
way
is
to
like-
describe it. Actually,
Hey Jackson, you want some Brussels
I'm trying. I want a menu that has
you want the
that
giant
on
book
it.
of a menu?
I have a computer in front of me. You should know. I like how Adam can see my stuff now.
I can see he's actually looking at the menu.
I can see your stuff now.
Wow.
Are you going to order now?
It says 220 calories. Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I hate it.
it's weird.
I hate it.
Weird. What else? Give me another
I
place.
thought they were sprouts from Brussels. Or Brussels. Brussels?
That would actually make a lot of sense. Actually,
I mean, now that I think about it.
Did we just crack this thing wide open? Did we just crack this Brussels wide open?
that's probably it.
Brussels? Wow. Is it from Brussels?
I fucking sure shit hope so.
Is it from an island?
Is
Is Brussels an
a
island?
place? I'm going to
Yeah,
be
I
on.
think it
Oh,
is.
yeah. It's from Belgium.
Yeah.
Oh,
Brussels
wow.
sprouts.
What about waffles?
What
Where
about
are they-
waffles?
Where are they from?
Waffles sprout? Waffles? Are
Waffle
from
sprout.
Belgium,
A
right?
waffle sprout.
We're going to keep going and talk about
Belgian waffles?
anything else but what's in front of Jackson.
But
right
we
now.
came to the conclusion that it's a
What we
Brussels.
always do.
We always say
no,
Brussels
yeah.
sprout because of eliding the consonants. That's like just how we've shorthanded. We just elided the s's together. So.
Yeah, because it's weird as hell to say Brussels sprouts.
But from here on out, every time I have that, I'm going to say Brussels sprouts.
Have you ever, Hagen, this is free farming game?
Dinkum. We're playing Dinkum.
No, you're going to be shocked that farming game came up after this game's name. Have you ever tried to say that From Software game Demon's Souls?
Demon Souls.
It's Demon's Souls.
Oh, okay.
It's
okay,
Demon's
okay.
apostrophe. And for some reason, Adam, did you see that when I here?
No, I didn't, but I believe
Demon-
you. Autocorrect
what?
is weird.
That's it says Demon's Souls farming game.
It does.
I had a weird autocorrect the other day where I typed in bullshit and it did bulls space hit.
That's
It's fucking stupid.
Bulls hit.
safe for work then.
I mean,
so.
constantly,
Okay.
I still get duck instead of fuck, which is obnoxious.
You have
but
to go add those as a
I know,
keyboard
but
replacement.
bulls hit? What is it? What? When am I ever going to use that? Bulls hit?
Maybe if
that
you were
bullseye?
a cowboy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, you
fuck.
do
I'm a
live in
cowboy.
Texas.
Fuck.
Hey, do you say pet smart or pets mart?
I say Chewy.
Oh my God.
I say pets.
I say
pet
just
smart.
Pet smart.
Pet smart.
Pet smart. I don't really care.
Well, which one do you say? You just put
Pet smart is what I'm saying.
Pet smart.
Yeah.
Mart.
Pet smart. Not pet smart.
Yeah. Their logo is confusing because
Yeah,
it's
just-
also changed, I'm pretty sure, from how they said you're supposed to say it.
Really? They
I-
flipped it.
I think they changed the colors and stuff on that. So
Just make it one word.
You know,
You guys see the arrows on the FedEx logo?
no.
Oh man, I'm about to bust this shit.
I feel like
wide
this is
open.
a thing you really enjoy sharing. The
no,
FedEx thing?
but have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it before.
Or the arrow?
Well, there's two technically. There's one in the E too, or the F right above the E.
Adam
anyway,
is
that's not the real
stupid.
one.
Look between the E and the X on this.
Oh,
There.
I have seen this. Yep. No,
There's an arrow.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah.
You'll never unsee
And
that.
there's an Amazon one too,
No,
where
A
it's
to
like from
Z.
A to Z.
yeah. What else is there?
I unsaw that because I remember seeing that now, so I've forgotten about it entirely.
I feel like it shows up on the top of Reddit every year. So.
Yeah, that's
Have you
true.
guys seen the band Tool's original logo?
No.
The wrench that looks like a cock and balls.
Yep, that's it. Dave's seen it.
Maybe Dave has a tattoo of it. Who knows?
No.
Yeah, it's just this.
Oh, that's pretty blatant.
Yeah, it's not hidden at all. It is a tool.
That is a useless tool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's some use for that.
I'm feeling very rusty right now.
You are?
Yeah.
1 week off.
Yeah, that's all I needed, man.
He was in a different kind of place.
I was, at the risk of alienating our Whyoming fans.
Wyoming fan.
Our fan. Yes.
He was working on a fan in Wyoming.
No, actually, it was technically in Colorado. Just Wyoming was closer.
Oh.
Which really says a lot.
Yeah. That I went to Cheyenne, Wyoming, which is the capital of Wyoming.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know it. And then when it was said to me, I was like, oh, I feel like I probably knew that at some point in my life. Did you guys have to learn capitals?
Yeah, but I
States?
instantly forgot all of that information.
Yeah, I would remember the ones that I've been to probably, but not.
Is
Wyoming.
Montana Billings, Montana?
That doesn't
sounds
sound
right.
right.
Montana capital.
That sounds ridiculous.
Wow, it's not Billings.
It's not what I was gonna think of either.
It is a My Chemical Romance song.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to the Black Parade.
Montana.
Yeah, it's actually I'm not okay. Parentheses. I promise. Yeah.
It's promise.
Yeah.
Oh.
No. It's
Helena?
It's Helena.
Yeah.
Oh.
How do you guys pronounce that? Is it Helena or Helena?
Helena.
I'll let you guys know after tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, because Gerard.
There are people who
Has
are
to
real
say it.
upset about. He's gonna go. This one is Helena. Elna.
Helena.
Ding 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 ding.
Caramel or caramel?
Caramel.
Caribbean or Caribbean?
Bacon.
Bacon?
Beer can.
Beer can.
Oh.
You've heard that one, right? Beer
No.
can. So if you say beer can in beer can in an English accent sounds like bacon in a Jamaican accent. Bacon in a Jamaican accent sounds like beer can in a British accent. So say it.
Bacon.
Holy shit, he said beer can.
Oh my god.
Beer can. Beer's
Yanny.
can.
Yammy?
Beers can.
Did you know it's actually called beer's can, not beer can?
R&R. R&R.
Yeah, so don't go to Wyoming if you don't have
Okay.
to. I expected it to be pretty, but it was. I thought
Couldn't even see the
Texas-
mountains.
I thought no, couldn't. I thought Texas was flat, and then I
No,
went to.
it gets worse.
Oh, it's real bad. I was.
Wyoming's not even the worst. They have like actual hills and some
Yep.
mountains and stuff.
Yeah,
but-
but I was in the capital, and it was just nothing. You know, it's bad when like you. I think that I looked up an electoral map because for some reason that gives me an idea of okay, where am I politically? Also,
Where should I visit?
how many people are there?
Yeah.
And it was like 4. They have 4
Four
electoral.
people?
No, they have one house rep.
They have 1 house rep.
They have a single house rep.
And it's one of the 4 people.
It's one of whatever the 4 people. No, they have one house rep, and she announced that she won in not the capital because nobody gives a shit about the capital of Wyoming.
Well,
That's how bad it is.
Gerard Way does.
Oh my God. It has 1 electoral vote.
It used to be Dick Cheney's daughter.
Ugh.
And it used to be Dick
Fucking
Cheney
hell.
before that. So it's one of the like 2 or 3 states that has 1 representative, which is awful for everybody.
Interesting.
Is Dick Cheney's daughter Ballin?
God damn it.
Ballin Cheney? What the fuck?
I don't know, man. Something.
There's
a joke-
something there. There's something there. We're going to break this one wide open. Break this ball wide open.
Yes, and yeah. So here's speaking of Brussels sprouts. This is probably why Dave. Is this why you figured that out? Cracked that whole case open?
No, we were at work today.
This is exactly why, because we read that article.
Oh.
We read the headline of the article together, and then
Maybe I
you
should
said-
have read it first.
And then
Yeah.
you said, "Did you know it's Brussels?" And then someone across from us at work goes, "Yeah, I heard about that a few years ago."
I think they changed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is we all agreed on this beforehand that this was nobody read this article. I agree. Everybody, I agree.
It kind of like does the article service to not read it, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, it does the whole thing in the headline.
Yeah.
The article headline is Kanye West, quote unquote, hasn't read any books, says it's like eating Brussels sprouts. So I imagine what he means by that, kick ass and tasty, makes you pee smell.
Then wouldn't he read? Then wouldn't he read books?
I guess so.
That seems
know.
a little strange.
Brussels
then.
sprouts are great.
Brussels sprouts are great.
Maybe he thinks they're boring.
They're not boring.
I don't
no.
really care what he thinks about them.
Oh, he doesn't look like somebody who eats vegetables.
No.
He looks like he would like
He also doesn't look like somebody who reads. So
cry.
just the things that he.
He doesn't act like somebody who
Yeah,
reads.
that's probably more accurate.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of like
And
what he
safer.
posts on like Instagram, where it's like, we know you haven't read these things you're referencing. It's very
Right.
obvious.
Yeah, when he was talking about the Iliad, I was like,
Yeah.
you didn't read that.
Yeah, you heard that somewhere.
You didn't read A Midsummer Night's Dream.
He probably did. He probably
Saw it performed.
I would imagine
He watched
that,
the movie.
It's the same thing.
Kenneth Branagh.
Do you think he's more of a Harry Potter or Twilight guy?
He is transphobic, I assume, so probably Harry Potter.
He's probably
Yeah.
a Harry Potter fan now. Yeah,
Yeah, I could see him reading one of those two
but
book series.
he's also like very religious, and they're supposed to not like Harry Potter too, broadly
What are
speaking.
you talking about? I feel like
Witches
the
are bad
religious
and all
people
that.
love it.
No, religious people don't like Harry Potter.
Yeah, 'cause
religious people,
witches.
they like Twilight because it was written by a Mormon, and it's basically Mormonism.
So they have to like it.
Oh,
Yeah,
never thought about that, but that makes sense.
it's
Yeah.
100%
Yeah.
just Mormonism. That's all it is.
I'm really happy Adam didn't call me out for getting on TikTok while you guys were talking. Are you guys on the...
I don't know what TikTok looks like, so I didn't know what you were doing.
Are you guys on the Miami Children's Choir or Miami Boys Choir side of TikTok?
Not yet.
I can't believe you guys have the lamest TikToks. You're like, oh, the polyrhythms. I'm about to enlighten
That's not
you.
what my fucking TikTok is.
That's definitely
about
what your
to
TikTok is.
Yeah,
My
it's
TikTok is
definitely-
not that. My TikTok is video games. Did you hear about the Twitch drama? I'll tell you all about the Twitch drama. You want to hear about it?
I've already heard all of it because
Which-
I'm on the same
which
side.
drama?
Bullshit.
Yeah, all of it. Yeah. No.
What?
Critical has done a video every single day recapping.
Oh, so you're watching? Okay, because you don't know who Mizkif is or Trainwrecks or any of those people.
know through him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, this is, I can't believe y'all aren't on this because it is blowing up everywhere. So, first of all, happy Rosh Hashanah. It happened on, what was it, Monday? I think it was Monday.
I think it was Monday.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah, Monday. Yeah, Monday. So, this is a Jewish boys choir, and it just popped off because I'm going to play it for you guys. This might get us demonetized or whatever. I don't know what
Oh,
the terminal.
nerds.
But this
take
is
away
the
all our
most,
This
money.
is the whole fucking point of us doing the video thing, God damn it.
This is the most fucking catchy thing in the world. And I can't believe you guys aren't on this side of TikTok. It's so fun. So this is the Miami Boys Choir. It is a Jewish choir. This is from, I believe, 2008. Just wait. It gets better.
Pastrati.
David's about to fucking pop off. You guys don't seem to be liking it. I
Are they
won't show you
singing
the
in
last
Yi- in
soloist.
Yiddish?
No. No.
Okay.
Hebrew.
Hebrew, yeah.
Hebrew.
Yeah.
I'm not Jewish. I don't know.
Me neither. I think. Did we just become Jewish?
I think so. Holy shit. Wow, it's crazy.
Oh wow, you guys didn't enjoy that as much as everyone else on TikTok.
It was auto-tuned.
Yeah, it's children.
Children can sing.
Not really.
Yeah, they can.
Name one child who could sing.
Michael Jackson.
No.
No, shut the fuck up. You're wrong.
Well, never mind. I had
Why-
a feeling
why-
you guys weren't on that.
Why would we be on that? And how did you get on
Yeah,
that?
It's super viral right now. Everybody's super into it.
There's so many viral things that you miss on TikTok. Like
Yeah.
there's so many. Like that's the whole shtick.
Anytime you guys say something I don't like today, I'm just gonna be just know I've thought about that.
I'm gonna fucking sit you down and talk about the Twitch drama now that I know you know about it.
I don't want to.
Oh man, that's so much fun.
I just want to talk about the chess one.
The chess one?
Yeah, it was technically on Twitch, so that's why people are calling it Twitch drama. The world's top chess player, I guess is what you call him. He was
Grandmaster, yeah?
Yeah. They're all grandmasters.
Yeah.
Which is like a rank. There's like a numbering system based on like I don't know how you get a number, but whatever.
Is it that Magnus guy?
Yep, Magnus Carlsen.
Yeah.
And then Hans Niemann. Basically one guy, the top chess player in the world was beat by somebody who is not the top chess player in the world and who has in the past said, yes, I have cheated before. That is something I have done, but like I don't do that anymore. And his coach is also somebody who was caught cheating in the past. So like there's basically this whole thing of like the chess community is super lock and key about everything. Whatever. But they basically have gotten out like they like make you take your shoes off, so they make sure that you don't. They've proven that like you can have like a little pulse in your shoe that will tell you like it's Morse code, not Yiddish, and it will tell you where like A4, that kind of thing, A24 for the losers in the audience, and it will. That was a mean joke, I feel like.
That was good. That was good.
And basically, they're super tight with security, and the prevailing theory is that this guy cheated by a butt plug that vibrated, telling him. And I don't know where that came from. Nobody can quite figure out where that came from, but it really just like snowballed.
That's dedication.
Yeah, but like there's
Dedication
no
to
proof.
cheating.
Yeah.
You really want to win, you know.
Stick this in your ass.
It's so funny because all the other Twitch drama is not about gaming or any games at all.
No.
Yeah.
I think Critical said there's so much drama happening right now on the internet, just in general. We can talk about Adam Levine if we want, but we don't have to.
Mostly because they just got a fucking Vegas residency.
Oh, did they?
After all of that.
Maroon
After
5?
that.
Yeah. They got a fucking... Well, I'm sure the deal was already in the works.
Right, but they kept the deal.
They still went through with it.
Yeah.
Well, he apologized. I mean, he
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, at the end of the day, who cares that, you know, he cheated? Because like I expect all like celebrities of that stature are just doing that kind of shitty
Try
stuff.
guys?
Yes.
try guys.
Yeah. That's what he was trying to tell us. Hey guys, try.
Try it. You should try it.
Yeah.
Just give it a shot.
But fuck, that completely derailed me. What was I
I'm
talking about?
sorry. Yeah, celebrities cheating.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like celebrities are cheating. We all know that. But what's so funny about that and why I think it's gotten so much fire is because all the quote unquote leaked texts are fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like him saying stuff of completely not talking to that woman for a while and then saying, hey, would it be weird if I named my child after you? It's like, yeah, absolutely. That would be super weird.
Yeah, if you have to ask that question, it's probably going to be weird.
Would it be weird if I named my child, if he's a boy, after the girl that I was fucking?
Yeah.
There's like a lot of weirdness there.
Yeah.
Didn't he say they didn't fuck?
Okay, well, are we splitting hairs here?
It also
now?
doesn't matter.
Is this like islands and continents? Is this what we're arguing about?
It's just, yeah, we're right back to square one.
But yeah, so with all the drama, Moist Critical, or what does he call Penguin Zero?
Oh yeah,
Critical
Charlie.
Charlie, our good friend Charlie. He said he put it there. He lives in Florida, and he said there's a hurricane coming, and I am most worried that my internet is going to go out, and I'm going to have a whole class homework amount of catching up to do once I get internet again on the drama. Hagen, did you realize you sent me something from aarp.org?
He's a subscriber.
That was super embarrassing. That was major cringe, dude.
I found the article and I was like, I told Dave that I found it. He's like, send it to the group, and I was like, it's AARP, but I'll send it.
It's super out of date too. Like it's saying like the Fuji's. Once again, do you say Fuji's or
Fuji?
Yeah. Oh, what's the plural of moose?
Moose.
Do you agree with that?
Also, isn't this
No, we're not allowed to have we're not allowed to have opinions on that. We're not Canadian.
It's moose.
Yeah.
So I thought it was.
He has to know.
No,
So
I thought it was meese.
I thought it was meese.
That's mice.
Yeah. Well, is it?
The plural of mice is meese.
No, plural of
the plural of
mouse is mice.
Oh. Mices.
What a fucking idiot.
Mousies. The plural of moose is moose, I think.
Yeah, it is. I looked this up.
Deer.
My family fucking raked me through the coals for this at dinner the other day.
What
No,
did
you
say?
fucking idiot.
Yeah, and I was just like, holy shit, guys. I didn't know you guys felt this strongly.
Didn't you just call him a fucking idiot?
Yeah, because that.
Because it's he's taking his trauma out on
he's
me.
just paying it forward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
fine. That's fine.
Dave, you fucking idiot.
It was hot potato.
Yeah.
Or,
You have to do that to somebody else in a couple days.
My dog.
yeah. Super Bowl is coming up, I think, at some point in the future.
Yeah, sometime next year.
Yeah, next year. The football season just started, but
Really?
yeah,
But they know
It's
they're
like
going to have
it's
a
like
Super
week-
Bowl.
It's like week 3.
Cowboys are already sucking.
I don't
Actually,
think I
I-
realized it had already
Actually,
started.
I don't know if
actually.
they won yesterday or if they lost yesterday.
Yeah. Well, you could have backed me up there when he was like, oh, yeah.
I knew when the Super Bowl was. It's next year sometime. But
No, Cowboys were supposed to
There's
be
a Super
sucking.
Bowl every year.
I didn't know when the actual
That's a
season
safe
started.
bet, Adam.
I know,
Yeah, it's probably it's next year sometime.
Yeah, you know.
Cowboys were supposed to be sucking, but they've won their last 2 games in week 3, which is good. So good for them.
How's Whyoming doing?
I'm not looking.
They don't have enough
Does
players.
Wyoming have any sports
There's
teams?
4 people.
I
There's
don't
4
know.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
there's
can't even play
nothing there.
7-man football.
I ate sushi in Wyoming.
Why would you try that?
It was pretty good. It was nothing to write home about, but I knew I wasn't working the next day. I was just traveling home, so I was like, if I get fucked up, it's just
You got
it's
to
an hour and a half plane, right?
You got to try it a little
But do you
bit.
want to have a stomach bug on an airplane?
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
That sounds fun for everyone else.
Hour and a half flight, not a worry. So yeah. Also, if I did feel sick on the flight, I wouldn't have felt too bad because the guy to my right, I was in a middle seat. The guy to my right was playing Minesweeper, and he was super aggro because every time I was listening to an audiobook.
Is it 2000?
Yeah, is
Yeah.
he playing this on a Zune?
So I was listening to an audiobook, and when I do that, I don't like play Sudoku or anything. I just sit there and kind of stare off into space. So I saw him playing Minesweeper and just kind of look. Every time he would get it wrong, he would do this really aggressive move where he would like. I was like, "Damn, dude, you're gonna fucking roll the whole airplane over."
At least he didn't fart.
Yeah, at least he,
might
didn't
have
fart.
in his frustration.
Yeah, he might have been frustrated and just that happened.
You're the perfect guy for a middle seat, though.
You're the perfect guy too.
You're the perfect guy to fart next to.
I really don't mind the middle seat.
I hate the middle seat.
No, yeah, it's pretty bad. There's a reason people hate it.
There, like
I don't like the window seat because I have to pee. And then if I don't have friends or family in the rest of the seat, which on the planes I'm on, it's normally 3 per row. So 2 people, I have to say, hey, I got to get up.
You just say it
I'm
one
going to get up in
time.
20 minutes as well.
No, that's part of the deal. If you're not in the window seat, you don't get to complain about people making you get up to go to the bathroom.
Unless the person in the window seat made a big deal out of getting the window seat.
Yeah, unless they were a dick and they're like, I need the window seat
Yeah.
or otherwise I'll die on this plane. And you're
Do
like,
you-
all right, fine, you can have
Do you,
it.
do you give crotch or butt when you get up to go to the... When you walk past the people that you're sitting next to on the airplane, like you get up from your seat, let's say you're at the window.
I tell them to get up.
Yeah, they get up out of their
get-
seat.
oh.
I tell them to get up.
Dude, I'm fucking tall enough that I awkwardly just squeeze over people.
What?
Yeah. And I
Even with strangers?
Yeah, they're supposed to get out of their seats and go in the aisle.
What if
I
they're
just,
asleep?
I nudge, I wake
What do you
them
mean if
up.
they're
You wake a
asleep?
motherfucker up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
just give
especially
them
if it's
crotch.
a woman. I
he's
don't
got to
want
give
her to
crotch,
wake up.
man.
I don't want a woman to wake up and think, oh my God, I'm being attacked. Yeah. It's like, No.
No, part of the deal if you're not in the window seat is you might have to get up on your flight. Get over it.
I always try to take the aisle seat because I have like the bladder of a like stage 4 prostate cancer guy.
I have to take the aisle seat so my
didn't
legs
have to say
somewhere
guy.
go.
I just
What?
try to get an exit row.
What?
Person.
So you don't give crotch or butt?
No.
Okay, Higgin, crotch or butt?
Gooch. Gooch. Say gooch.
Taint. I give taint.
You give taint.
Just side.
Just like your arms on the back seat, the legs are on the top.
Oh man, there was also a flight attendant who was training. I had never seen that before, and they made a
Were they
fucking
like in
big
the
deal out
aisle,
of
like doing karate?
it. Yeah.
Was it Mac from its voice?
So the Super Bowl is happening, and the reason I bring this up is because Taylor Swift was offered it for the 2023 Super Bowl. She was offered to play football. Yeah. I was trying to lean into that, but nobody was picking it up.
No,
Sorry.
she was just offered the rights to the Super Bowl, you know.
She was offered the halftime show, and she declined it. And
Was her jet broken?
I'm
Oh,
yeah. I'm guessing this happens quite frequently. Is that artists
There's
turn it down?
no way this is the first time that someone couldn't make it work for any variety of reasons. But I think this is the first time we've heard about it.
Yeah,
In
and
at least such a public manner. So
yeah, and of course it was reported by TMZ and People. So of course that's how we heard about it. It's a gossip rag or gossip rags.
gossip's
And-
rag.
Yeah, it's actually gossips.
But she turned it down specifically because she was focused on re-recording those albums, her back catalog, the ones that are on, I forget the name of that record
that
label.
sounds like such a bullshit answer.
Yeah, it does. Oh, Big
Like-
Machine albums.
I mean, it's probably a big chunk of your time to do the Super Bowl halftime show.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And it's
That
it's
just
At
seems
least
like-
a day.
Yeah.
and it's not a
At least.
At least.
At least.
That's the truth.
it's not paid, right? We've talked about
Yeah,
that,
it's
right?
not
Yeah.
paid.
So that's another big thing there.
That would be what I would expect the reason would be, though, is
You would, and also you'd think that they would ask somebody, not to say this is like anything against Taylor Swift, but like usually they can like last year's was like a big fucking event.
Yeah.
And like with Taylor Swift, obviously it would be huge, but like
What, the Super Bowl?
the halftime show, like they usually do like a big like halftime like big show like whatever.
Oh,
I don't know if
Weird.
you've seen it before.
Adam's got a text real quick. Be careful. Don't let the camera see it.
Put your phone in focus mode, dude.
I can't. It's my.
Oh, yeah. I almost showed your number last week.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
I listened. Yeah, I know.
Well, I didn't put it up online, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Yeah.
So she turned it down.
I have a sticker.
Yeah, as I said that. Oh, you call those stickers?
That's
That's
I
what
call
they're
them,
called.
too. What do you call them?
Sharp pieces of shit.
No, I had something else. Fuck. This is one of those things where it's right on the tip of my dick and I can't remember it. God, what the fuck is it?
My asshole.
Burr?
Burr. Thank you. Yeah. Wish I was
That is-
bald
those-
and
we're- no,
Irish
we're-
and yelling right
We're
now.
all correct there. It's called a sticker burr, technically.
Bill
right?
Burr.
So-
Oh.
I was going for Bill Burr.
Mhm.
Yep. We did it, Joe. Yeah, so that's interesting. It's only interesting to me in the sense of, as we were saying, this probably happens all the time. Like, you know,
Yeah. Oh, and we don't hear about it. And in some cases, maybe they still are a featured performer in a more, I guess, varied event like last year's.
Yeah. I mean, maybe there's like more to it, but it just like, especially after last year's, I'm expecting that like this year's will be like another big event.
Yeah, because that was a big success.
Yeah.
So,
it was awesome.
trying to
and it's
find
being
out
produced
where
by the same companies. And
Oh,
everything.
okay.
So,
And Jay-Z, right?
Adam, you can't answer this because you can look at my computer, but where do you guys think the Super Bowl is going to be in 2023?
Wyoming.
Dallas.
It's not in Dallas.
No, that already
you would-
happened.
You would know.
Oh, I don't know.
They would be building shit or whatever everywhere.
It's going to be in Arizona.
Arizona.
Oh, wow.
This is how we talk in Tucson, Arizona.
The wild land of Arizona.
Nobody watches TV. Okay.
Tuscan.
Hey, I don't know if you know this. Just really busy. I don't have time to watch TV, man.
Uh-huh. So you didn't watch Star Wars?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, me neither. there's so much. My brother at the same dinner where I just got attacked, absolutely mauled for saying meese. My brother, I mentioned, oh yeah, and Andor, the Star Wars show is coming out next week, because we were talking about Lord of the Rings and we were talking about House of Dragons, and then I said, oh yeah, and then Andor's coming out, and I said, I'm loving Sandman. It's an amazing adaptation. And then I said the Andor thing, and he goes, oh man, I'm so happy to be alive right now. And I was just like, holy shit. What a low bar. What a low bar. There's a bunch of cool...
All the media conglomerates are making things that I want to consume.
He was so
Except
excited.
for She-Hulk, man. No, I love She-Hulk.
She-Hulk is
everybody else is yelling about it.
I didn't know that.
It's a very self-aware show, though, and it's great.
Yeah.
Is She-Hulk, was that actually a part of like the original comic book?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, big time. And
It's a fairly old character, I think.
they're super nailing it too, because she's also a fourth wall breaker, and they're doing all that in the show too.
That's cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of like, oh, we know men online are going to hate this episode. And it's like,
Well, yeah, because
you're telling us directly that.
the pieces of shit who
Yeah.
hate the MCU are calling it the MCU now, because there's a couple of girls now.
Yeah.
Are you singing the song in your head?
Yep. I even have a TikTok saved that is from a Jewish person where she transcribed it. So like she's like, this is what they're singing if you're trying to learn it. I was
Translate?
like, cool, I'm gonna do that.
She
Yiddish.
transcribed a translation.
Yes.
She
She
wrote
transphobed it. Yes. Yeah. So Rihanna ended up swooping in and saying, I'll perform at the 2023 Super Bowl halftime show in Tucson, Arizona. It's in Glendale. But yeah.
You
Yeah.
wanted to say the whole thing?
What?
You wanted to say the whole thing? Tucson?
Tucson, Arizona.
Stevens.
Oh, that's good. It's actually Subaru Stevens. Thank you, though. Yeah, so, I mean, that's one of those things where it's like, yep, that makes sense. She's got hit after hit. And yeah, I just feel so nonplussed about the Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that they could like make it so we all look forward to it, but I just don't.
Rihanna kicks ass.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift would have kicked ass, but it's also like these are choices where I'm like, yep, that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah,
Because
very
it's
true.
a big artist. There's nothing like surprising about it.
Last year was cool just because of like, oh, it did have that. It was in Inglewood, California last year, something like that, where it made sense. Where it's like, hey, let's get all of the massive acts from a specific era from that.
But you can't do that in Arizona.
West Coast. Yeah. West Coast. Yeah.
You can't go, who are the big artists from Arizona?
Let's see.
Can any of us name
Who
them?
are the big musicians from Arizona?
If you type Arizona, I don't know.
Is that going to work?
Did you actually type Arizona?
Nope. And nobody can. It is.
Adam, did he type Arizona?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
No, he's good. He's good.
Stevie Nicks.
Oh, that would be so cool.
That would be cool, yeah.
Yeah, but then all of Gen Z's like, who's this?
This
No,
would've
they
been-
all know who Fleetwood Mac is now.
This would
Oh,
have
that's
been
true.
much cooler. Chester Bennington from Linkin Park.
Oh.
That would have been pretty cool.
That would have
That
been
would've
pretty
been
cool. Yeah.
Linda Ronstadt. She can't sing anymore, but that would have been badass. Or
That would've
come
been
up
awesome.
and be like, guess what? I can sing again. And I mean,
Surprise.
like, she can't sing anymore because I think she got like some type of like, I don't think it was cancer, but it was something similar to the Shania Twain thing that she hasn't been able to come back from.
Mm.
Now I'm worried. Is Linda Ronstadt still alive?
Yes. I'm fairly certain she is.
Holy shit. Yeah, she is. She's 76. That would, yeah, but a 76-year-old up there, I don't know. I've seen enough of that kind of stuff where
I mean,
I'm just like,
how old is Stevie Nicks?
I don't know.
How old were
Ageless.
The Who when they did it?
Yeah.
The what?
The Who?
Did you say Stevie Nicks is ageless?
Jim Adkins, who's the singer of Jimmy Eat Worlds. Jimmy
Eats
Jimmy
Worlds.
Eats Worlds. Yeah, did you guys know that?
Jimmy's Eats?
Michelle Branch. So like you'd have one song.
Yeah.
She dropped a new album recently.
Yeah, she did. After a while away, right?
Yeah, a long time. Yeah.
We're dancing around it. We're doing a little tango. It's cool. Alice Cooper.
Eh.
Yeah, Alice Cooper would have been very boring.
What were we
Yeah.
dancing around?
Oh, nothing. It's
okay.
it's drama, and it's not even.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
That's specifically to Michelle
I got you.
Branch. Oh my God. Beto O'Rourke
is performing in Arizona.
It's performing at the Super Bowl.
Jordan Sparks. Yeah.
What is this list?
Wait, is
We're really
Beto O'Rourke? He's not from Arizona.
No.
He's from El Paso.
I was going to say, what
Yeah.
is this list? But it's a bunch of ads.
Who are these fucking people?
Well, there's nobody of note from Arizona to play the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So, is there anybody that would get y'all excited for the Super Bowl? I really can't. And I mean, like within reason. Like, of course, not between the Buried and Me or Radiohead.
No. I'm saying off that list alone, you could do a Stevie Nicks medley. You could do a number of things with that.
That would get Harry Styles up there.
Yeah. That you could do a lot with that.
Yeah, I do
Even
think
with Harry Styles, that makes sense.
No,
like,
but
I'm not saying I
but-
don't like these artists.
No, but it's more of like a way to make it more exciting than just like, oh yeah, there's Rihanna. Like Rihanna's gonna perform. We get that. That's awesome. She's cool, but it makes sense. Like if you have someone like doing like a bit. I'm saying more than just the artist, like a Stevie Nicks.
Right. If you have like a theme to like bring other people in, like last year's show was a theme of like,
and we all knew
we're
that.
doing.
We all had the heads up. It wasn't a big surprise.
But yeah, they told us, hey guys, you just need to sit down for this one.
they wanted people to watch it, so they told everybody beforehand.
Yeah, exactly.
Turns
Yeah.
out is a good idea.
Will be upside down for a little bit.
And he's also not from the West Coast, so that's the weird one.
Oh fuck.
He was just.
That's why he was upside down.
He wanted to be involved.
Was he from the West Coast?
He's from the West Coast.
Damn. What?
Tim Allen.
Is he performing at the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
God, fuck no. What would he do?
mean, it's
Imagine
the right
a stand-up
audience.
comedian at the Super Bowl. That would fucking suck.
Imagine a conservative stand-up comedian.
Bo Burnham.
Bo Burnham. I will go make my vote for Joe Biden.
That'd be funny.
I thought you were going to say Bill Burr, and that would be great. But
Weird Al.
That would actually be really cool.
Oh, that would slap hard,
Yeah.
dude. I
that's
know
what
you don't
that's
like
what
that
Reddit
word.
thght was going to happen. Apparently, and they got real mad.
No,
It's
I
not
just
Weird
made that
Al.
up.
You don't like
Adam.
that word?
I don't have anything. What word?
You don't like it when people say it slaps.
Because of bass?
I don't know.
No. I don't know why I don't
he's
like
old.
that. I'm only 33.
Me too, man.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, sure.
You wish.
Can you do a tray flip?
Probably not anymore. Give me a week. I could do one.
I got a board in my truck.
Can you tray flip?
Trunk? No, absolutely not.
You don't have a truck.
I don't.
He was just in Wyoming. He's trying to fit in.
Yeah.
Oh man, the speed limits in Wyoming. They were like,
Are you sure you're
85.
not 40? Yeah.
No, I'm saying like they were 85, and it's just because like I interpreted that as one of two things, and it's probably both of like, there's no one here, so go as fast as you want. We don't give a shit.
Yeah,
And
there's
also,
4 people. It'll be fine.
Also, there's no one here, so we don't give a fuck if you die. Just go ahead. It doesn't matter.
I like both.
Also, there's nothing around here, right? You got to go drive between all the like 2 major
And it's
cities.
flat.
Mm-hmm. And it's flat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't there be a sharp city?
Didn't have any response to that.
Dude, I almost just fucking spit my beer out. Oh my God.
This is why we have video.
So happy we have video for that.
All over the new camera.
The last thing I had is the Fantano drama. That's the drama I'll talk
That's
about.
the fucking good shit right
that
there.
was so funny.
I love that.
So I'll just give the rundown because I saw this happen in real time. This is one of the few times where I saw all the drama take effect, or it occurred in front of me, and then all the recap videos happened like 2 days later. I was like, oh, you guys are getting details wrong. That's not how it happened.
yeah.
So Anthony Fantano
You're saying
posted.
it wasn't a vegan recipe?
No, it wasn't. So Anthony Fantano posts a video where he says, you know, I'm working out. I'm getting boulder shoulders in the garage. Those were his words. And I'm reiterating it because I found that funny, boulder shoulders. And he said, you know, he sees Instagram light up on his DMs. And this should have been the first thing that told everyone, like, oh, that doesn't make sense because he's probably getting DMs nonstop. Why would he have that on? But whatever. And he opens it up, and it is Drake. And Drake basically, in this video, he says, Drake, said, hey man, I know we don't always see eye to eye when it comes to music, but you can always hope for the next one. Anyway, here's I just wanted to share this vegan recipe for you. And it's just a wall of text where it's just a vegan cookie recipe. That's it. That's the whole video. And he's like, I haven't tried it yet. And he just goes through the recipe. And it's just like, yep, that makes sense. Yep. Okay, cool. I'm going to try this. And then, I don't know if this happened like a day later or something, Drake posts a screenshot of the actual DM he sent him. And the actual DM he sent him was not a vegan cookie recipe. Let's see if I can pull up
So disappointing.
So
that's what we all wanted out of this.
Yeah, it's three messages, and they're all from Drake. There was no response from Fantano, and it just says, your existence is a light 1, and 1 is 'cause you're alive. That's the first message. The second message, this is where it's like, wow, dude, you're a fucking shitty person. Second message is, and 'cause you somehow wifed a black girl. Third message, I'm feeling a light to decent 1 on your existence. That's the whole thing. And it says, the whole scene 21 hours ago. He fucking posted this.
Yeah.
Drake did.
He leaked his own DM.
He's self-reported.
He thinks that he's right.
He thought it was so funny. And it's just a huge L because it's like, first of all, why are you bringing up the race of someone's partner? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Second of all, by saying this, your existence is a light 1. Has everybody here watched an Anthony Fantano review?
Yeah.
That's his rating system. Is he says a strong.
That first message could be kind of funny in a shitty way, right? Like it could be
a high school bully.
It's like a really bad
he
joke.
watches his videos.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the
it does
big
that,
thing.
and then it proves that he cares. Which
Oh, it's so good.
Did Fantano give him a bad review?
A lot.
Yeah, a couple.
Yeah.
And basically, so then this comes out. Anthony Fantano then does an actual video saying, so here's the situation. Got this, and I really thought about, okay, what do I do to this? Because I'm not the one to air like dirty laundry. That's clearly what Drake wants. But if I don't respond at all, then Drake also has that feeling of like, yeah, I fucking got him. I hurt his feelings. So he was like, I'm a memester. I wanted to do something, so I did the cookie recipe. He said it was that, or the other idea him and one of his admins had was to basically have Drake pretending to ask for advice on a girl he's crushing on. And so he basically just said, I was hoping I could post that video. None of y'all would have known what I was talking about. You would have just been like, he's just being a shithead. And Drake would have seen it and been like, look, he clearly saw it and like he's not going to react and then move on. But Drake got real upset and was like, no, I didn't send you no fucking vegan recipe. It's just so fucking
I burned
funny.
you, dude. I totally roasted you.
Yeah. And, Anthony Fantano said all this stuff of like, I don't understand why why the creatives always latch on to my negative reviews. Cause then he in this video where he's actually addressing it says that like, here are albums that Drake has released that are like all timers and like, I think are great. So, most people don't even get one of those. And he mentioned, I think 2 of them. And he's like, these are amazing records. And yeah, I'm not vibing with what he's doing now, but yeah, so that's that whole drama. And it basically seems like he tried to, take the high road or middle road of just kind of like addressing it so Drake wouldn't think that he's like, crying in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it really was like a damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah.
So I think he probably did the best thing he could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
do you think this has probably happened before with other people?
Yes, but not like big names. Like The Weeknd probably didn't reach out to him or anything.
No, I'm just saying like maybe this is why he did make a thing out of it with the cookie recipe, just because he's like gotten shit for like, oh,
maybe
you took my joke and you're a loser or whatever. Like,
I mean, he definitely has said that. Like he has had some rappers where he's
I can see that coming up with
yeah. But who knows? Yeah. So that's really all I got on that. It's just
Did you
funny as hell.
try the cookie recipe? Is it good?
Someone
No.
did.
I'll be I
Someone
didn't do
tried it. Yeah.
Do you guys want to hear the most Adam article that we received in our group text?
Yes.
Sorry, I should have roasted him on this when we were talking about AARP.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Adam sent we were all sending, news articles that we were going to talk about. And then Adam sent one at the end, and it kind of just killed the whole vibe of the text because it was just ghosted right there.
No, it
And
did.
he sent from techcrunch.com, not Britannica.com. Apple Music becomes the official sponsor of Super Bowl halftime show. Thank you, Adam.
Yep.
Now we know.
I mean, that's fascinating. That's interesting.
I think there's an interesting aspect to it that it's sponsored by a company involved with music, at least. And the halftime show is promoting music. There's a bunch of like avenues for other shit they can do now. I don't know what that'd be, but
I mean, like all I know is that leading up to the Super Bowl, Apple Music, like the app is going to be flooded with bullshit.
Yep.
Like every single player's fucking get pumped
like
playlists.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's a fine thing to sponsor the Super Bowl. I like it. It's all bad, but
I will say my favorite thing about Tidal is and I don't understand how they haven't figured this out. They have not figured out how to have a good playlist system. And what I mean by that is, of course, you can set up playlists, but I mean like the recommended playlist or searching a playlist. They haven't figured that out, which I really love because that was, I felt this overwhelming urge of like, well, that's how I'm going to discover new music. And I love it because sometimes I'll listen to my mix and I'm like, yeah, I do like Chicago by Sufjan Stevens. Everybody does. Give me something new. So yeah, I love that.
I was going to say I like that there's not a heavy emphasis on playlists on there because that's not how I want to listen to music, and Tidal works for that. So.
Yeah, and it's keeping that kind of instinctual old guard of me of like, okay, if I want to find new music, I need to go out and look for it. And the way I'll do that on like a streaming app as opposed to like a record store or something like that is like, okay, listening to this band, let's go to the bottom. Who are they associated with, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think that's a fun way of doing it. But yeah, some people, that might be a drag for you on Tidal.
Well, I mean, I think that like finding playlists is, I guess newer in terms of like how to discover music, but I would equate it to like your friend making you a mixtape or like, and that kind of shit's existed for a while. So
yeah. And I'm not saying that playlists are bad. Just for me, I kind of like that it's taken away from me.
I also don't like listening to playlists. It's not my preferred
I think
avenue.
there's a difference between listening to like a playlist made for you by some person at Apple Music or whatever, or even just generated by a computer, and that's different from that versus like you making a playlist of things you want to hear.
Right.
Yeah, the first time I noticed it is so whenever I had made that swap from Spotify to Tidal, that's when I had just gotten tickets to that When We Were Young festival. We're almost to the 30-day countdown, guys. I'm looking forward to it. But
really selling it.
Spotify had a whole like 300 song playlist, and I was like, cool. I'm going to listen to this. I'm just going to put this on shuffle to get into some of the bands that I don't really know much about. So I tried to do that same thing on Tidal, and they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? When We Were Young, you mean the fucking Killer song? Yeah, no, it could not fathom what I was trying to tell the search function. So
I like it.
To be fair, the search on Tidal is not great.
It's dog shit.
It automatically assumes like anything you put in is like, are you talking about an artist named this? And I'm like, no.
Yep.
I searched for an album name and I thought that would work. And it's like, no, sorry. Did you mean the artist name is Heroes? Not the David Bowie album, but like this artist from 1970 who nobody remembers.
I miss Spotify.
Fuck you guys.
I miss Spotify.
Oh.
I mean, you can go back.
Yeah.
I don't want to though.
I'm happy with Apple Music. I like it.
Mm.
It's not amazing, but I like it.
Adam.
Thank you for the Tidal membership.
Oh. Yeah. I was like,
is that not what you wanted?
I thought that's what he was saying.
I was confused.
Thank you.
I was like, what? Featherweight? What are you talking about? We did it, Joe.
We did it, Joe.
Adam, you went to a concert on Friday?
I did. I did.
It was
I
us?
went to it was unexpected that I got to see you guys play music. I don't know.
A song?
Caught our last song.
Yeah, one song.
Oh, is that all you caught?
Yeah.
I saw you walking, and you paid full price for
did.
that song.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It was a pretty expensive song.
It's worth it.
Yeah,
It
it
was.
really was. Yeah, but
The door guy did seem kind of confused.
Well, there's one more band after
No,
us.
I know, but he was just like, it's obvious you're here to like see them. And I was like,
He seemed a little confused most of the night.
he did seem confused about how it worked.
He said it. He said he liked my bass tone.
That's
He
good.
said a lot of nice things.
Yeah.
He's a very nice guy.
I'll keep quiet here. Adam,
Yeah,
you saw a show?
I did. I went to go see the Mars Volta at the last minute.
Oh my God! Second night
Dude,
on the
because
tour.
only playing their new
Somebody
songs.
convinced me to go see them.
Yeah, it was me. He said I had a feeling. I think in the text you were saying like, oh yeah, I was gonna come see you guys. I was like, no. If you have an opportunity to go see the Mars Volta, you
Go.
have to.
Yeah.
So we had this discussion.
So I
Adam.
did.
We had this discussion though of like we were both hesitant because the singer had made this whole hubbub about
Yeah.
it's not going to be a greatest hits tour. It's just like expect new stuff.
Well, and at least in my case, I was going to buy tickets when they came out originally, and then was kind of like, yeah, I missed the time to do it. The first day sold out. Well, whatever. They'll have the third day. I'll get that. Never happened. They only had the 2 days.
Yeah.
But then they started doing interviews and talking about, well, we're not going to play any of the old stuff. We're going to focus on the new direction we're going. And I was like, I mean, I might like the new album, but I don't want to buy tickets based off of that.
Yeah.
So, and you had the same thought process.
My whole thought process was that first. So they announced it, and this was the first day they were going to come back was Friday, and that was going to be their first show in 10 years.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, we talked about it on here that they
Yeah.
added a second day, and that kind of
And it was
sucked for those
before.
It was
people.
before. It was on
Yeah.
Thursday.
which I was
Yeah.
just like, holy shit, those people got fucked. So there's probably a lot of people who bought 2 tickets who probably wouldn't have done that initially, but they
Yeah.
were like, well, I want to be there the first day.
Yeah.
Totally get that.
I bought one of those people's tickets probably when
Yeah.
they sold
Yeah.
their second day ticket to me for $15. So
Whoa.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Because they were like $70.
they were.
Did you do it on Reddit?
And how
no,
much?
no, this was like the official like
Oh
whatever ticket thing.
And how much did you pay to see Moniker?
Close to 15.
But we do play a greatest hits set
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
they're
you do.
all fucking
Yeah.
hits.
Except that one that's a waltz. But
Yeah.
I like that song. That's my favorite song.
You shouldn't say that.
I know I shouldn't, but I'm going to because I genuinely feel it. Yeah, so we were
I
both
feel
of
like
that.
I just completely derailed that with the,
How was the show?
$15 thing.
Yeah, how was it?
I said this that night. I thought it was really good. I would say now it was great. Sitting on it more. I think I was just a little too down about like I just found out. I just was reminded rather that I don't care for the audiences in Dallas venues, especially on like Fridays or Saturday nights where it's like I'm here to get drunk and there's going to be music that I don't care about, so I'm going to yell and talk to my friend over here.
Yeah.
And there was a good amount of that.
And we both had that same mentality of, you know, I don't want to go see. I don't think either of us was super into the new album. I don't know if I'm jumping ahead.
I liked it, but it's definitely not my favorite album by theirs of theirs. But it also is kind of like it might grow on me more. But
You wouldn't pay $70 to see them play that.
I didn't go buy a ticket after listening to it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had expressed this. I had about maybe 5 people ask me, hey, are you going to Mars Volta show? And I said the exact same thing of like, you know, I'd like to if it was cheaper, but you know, I don't want to see the new stuff. I'm happy for them to play whatever they want, but it's just like, that's just, you know, I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
And then I immediately at like 11:30 on Thursday night, I see my phone turn on. I was like, I know exactly what that is. And it was somebody who was on at the show and said they played a 2-hour set, only played 2 new songs, mostly songs from De-Loused, which is their first album. I was like, I've never felt FOMO so hard.
It's the exact opposite of what I expected, because I figured like
They
they'll
don't
do the
do
new
that.
album and like maybe the last album, and they'll play like one song off of an earlier album.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it was like the total opposite of that.
Wow.
It was like
Because the second night they only played one song from the new album.
it's like 9 songs from De-Loused, and then mostly the rest from Francis the Mute, the second album, and then just a couple sprinkling.
Yeah, if you go look at like the setlist.fm little pie chart they have for like
.org?
Sure. Is it?
No, it's
I don't know.
FM. You were right.
I'm not sure now, but they have a little like chart showing like the percentages based on every album, and like the self-titled album, their newest one, doesn't even register like text because it's so small, because it's like they played one song.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's
it,
very strange. Like I'm sure this is not normal for most shows. I would imagine you don't want to go, even if it's like a reunion kind of show. You have a new album you want to promote and play stuff off of in Fury.
then we even had that like theory. We had that. Oh, what if this was one of those situations where they were just doing that for the opener, and then they're gonna slip into what they want to do
the first night and just being like, we're back and we know everybody wants to be here. Also, sorry we screwed you on the Friday Thursday thing.
I've kept up with it. They've played about 3 or 4 shows now, and it's pretty much the
consistent, yeah.
exact same set. And that's something they've never done. So like they definitely shot themselves in the foot there, but I think there was enough people who were just like going based off the name that it worked out. And like based off what I saw, like dude still, I mean, like, the guitar player is still gonna play. Omar is still gonna do that, but like Cedric could still fucking sing.
His
He's
voice
47.
is still very, very similar. Like eerily close to what it is on the albums. So
He's got such a cool voice.
and that's important to note, I guess, on the newest album. It's not the same. He doesn't have the same voice on that new album. It sounds different from their first album. But live he had the same everything.
So outside of the audience, do you feel like you got what you wanted out of that show?
Yeah, I mean, I paid $15, so yeah.
But like, I think if I had known, hey, they're going to play most of De-Loused, I would pay $100 for that.
Yeah. I would have bought a full price ticket if I needed to for that. So.
I'm really glad to play a Moniker show. That's what I would have wanted to do on that night, and it's what I did. But if I had known that night that the night before,
you would have gone to that.
I would have gone, even though I had just flown in from Denver. I would have been like right there. But yeah, that's fucking crazy. I mean, it's just one of those things of like, I also don't really know. So tomorrow night, so I can give a better update next week on how the show goes. But I'm going to see My Chemical Romance, which is they're on that reunion tour. It's finally happening. I think they're like halfway through it or something like that. And for me, I don't really know what people want out of reunion shows. I racked my brain on the way here tonight, and I've never been to a reunion show. I really can't think. I saw Anti-Mask, which was Cedric and Omar's like punk band. But that wasn't like a reunion in the sense of like, oh, this was a band with songs I knew. It was just, I knew the guys.
It wasn't a reunion for you, coming back to their music.
It was just me saying like, oh, I'm going to go see the 2 dudes who were Mars Volta and at the drive-in. So
There's 2 feelings of reunions, and one's the obvious one of like a return to what we all like. It's the nostalgia thing, right? For a lot of people. But then like imagine like how many artists or bands have you found that hasn't released music in a long time or is like kind of ostensibly broken up, right? There's like
Jeff Buckley.
Right, perfect example, awesome. But like there's a number of artists that like you can come across and be like, well, they're not making music anymore. Especially like, if you're like younger, if you're like a younger person and you found the Mars Volta, you're like, oh, well, they're not a band anymore. So like the opportunity to go see that is really, really cool. Yeah. I think that the forever reunion tours or the forever final tours are ridiculous, but like,
say you're a band again.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's not, either you're taking advantage of people who believe you or you just sound like an idiot.
Yeah.
But like, I think that for a big thing is people who maybe don't know who these acts are in their prime and then find them later and like, oh wow, it's a reunion tour. Yeah, I can experience this for the first time and also get this incredible like almost nostalgia feeling from the performance, because I'm sure the band feels like a crazy wave of nostalgia,
like Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how those shows went either. I know like the first night it looked like pretty cool, and then Zach, the singer, hurt his leg, and he's still kind of moving around in the chair. But
probably there were crazy shows, is what I heard.
Yeah. They had to cancel their European leg because of that. It's just for me. I guess it really depends on the band. So for Mars Volta, it is very clear to me, I don't want to see you guys play just new stuff.
No.
I respect you are going to do that, but I'm not interested in that.
That's for, sorry to interrupt. That's for any point in the history of Mars Volta. You don't want to just see the newest record. Unless it was De-Loused or unless it was Francis the Mute.
Right. The records that most people, I would say most people like the most are their first,
two or
and
three
second, and
records.
third album,
Yeah.
and like it just decreases from there, which is fine.
Yeah.
It's not saying that the other albums are bad. That's just not what people wanted more.
I think at that level, it's weird to just play the new stuff.
Yeah, and there was in the Zane Lowe interview they did, they even talked about how they had met Metallica. Metallica was like really into them, and it was when they were still a touring band. Like Metallica came to their show one night and was backstage saying like, "Oh, like what are you gonna play this song?" And apparently they told like James Hetfield, one of the biggest rockers in the world, tells him, "No, we don't really do that." Imagine telling him basically, and they didn't say what song, but he was referring to like one of their first album songs. And he was like, "Yeah, we don't really do that." And the Mars Volta guys even said in that moment, "Yeah, that was kind of shitty of us that we were so in our own head that like we couldn't just for one night play a song for
Fucking James Hetfield.
Well,
Yeah.
like couldn't understand why people would want to hear the older stuff.
And
Yeah.
then later, Omar lived in Guadalajara, Mexico for a while, and Metallica was playing at apparently at a venue right next to his house. He said he walked over, they invited him backstage, and he said that he was there whenever they were doing their like rehearsal thing where they have, he said it was so nice of
The
them
tune-up room.
Yeah. He said it was so nice of them to, like let me in on their space. And then apparently they saw me walk in, and then like James and them were like, hey, they were whispering something. And then they started playing that Mars Volta song. And it was just like, Cedric's face like lit up. And like, also I could tell in his face, like, fuck, we fucked it.
Yeah.
But like, yeah,
It's a weird move.
For Mars Volta, they're very much, I do want in a reunion show, I want a greatest hits. For Mike Kim, I definitely want to hear a lot of the songs. Like I haven't looked at the set list, but I assume it's just the greatest hits. They don't have a new record out, so it's just that one new song. But for me, I do think that My Chemical Romance has a good enough track record that honestly, if they came out and half the set was a new album, I don't think I'd be too upset. It would definitely, because like the other half is great and like their track record has just been so consistent.
Yeah, I think that if a band can pull it off, then cool. But I do think that with like the idea of a reunion implies like greatest hits.
Yeah, definitely. I would say so.
Yeah, I mean, like imagine any older band getting back together and they're like, we have a new. I mean, like the Eagles did that basically.
And the new album wasn't good.
Oh, I liked it, but
Sorry.
a lot of people didn't like it.
Compared to
Yeah, I mean, it was
their hits.
It was a weird move. It was a weird move for them to like release that album as like they're doing things again. It was a very strange choice.
Yeah. But they were still calling it like a reunion tour.
Yeah, but it can work, but for the most part, it's just kind of not what everyone's there for, which I think is a little unfortunate. But like, if you're getting back together, are you getting back together to be like, hey, check out our new shit? Or are you getting back together to be like, okay, we're back together. Like let's especially if you're a big enough band, what's the intention? Because I would imagine probably writing is part of the process, but if you're a big enough band, you're like, we're back together. Everyone is instantly like, let's see it. Let's see it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I do feel that that's got to be a weird, who knows if My Chemical Romance and Mars Volta will continue after these tours.
Well, I will say the interview you mentioned with them on Zane Lowe, it felt very much like they were saying like we fell apart because we were all shitty and like up our own asses about how great we were and untouchable and blah blah blah. And then it seems like they've like figured out that's not the case and come back down to reality. It sounded like they were going to keep being a band. This is the impression I got.
Yeah.
And so I can see this tour being like hey, we're back. Come see us. And then next time they'll play new stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
And
so
maybe now they'll play old stuff sometimes too.
That's got to be a weird shift of gears as a band to be like, we're out there, we're shaking off the rust, we're just playing the songs you guys want. All right, now we're going back to like, we're going to play hour and a half experimental rock. It's going to get weird and you might get bored for a bit. That would be weird as a band.
I mean, they
and
did have some of that in between some of the songs.
Well, yeah, but you know that going to see Mars Volta.
Yeah. It definitely works and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It was very confusing for the people who've never heard of them and who were there just drinking.
Yeah. The realistic answer is that like it depends on how they feel about the tour and how much money they make.
Yeah. Also another thing I was also thinking, I mean, we talk about creatives and this kind of thing of like, oh, this is what you guys reuniting, this is what you owe the audience, blah, blah, blah. But that, like, I was thinking about, you know, I had recently moved jobs within the past year and thinking about, oh, if somebody were to come up to me and be like, hey, will you go like that 4 years ago, you really worked amazingly with this person at this job. We come back and just do that for a year. I'd be like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Like, so if you put yourself in that mindset and not of like, they should be so lucky they get to play shows every night and not have a typical. If you put yourself in that mindset, you can kind of understand why Fleetwood Mac is probably not too excited about hanging out with each other.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a reason that all these bands broke up or stopped touring or stopped recording, whatever the case is for them. There's a reason it happened. It didn't just happen because they're like, I don't like money and my job
This
anymore.
is too good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But stop. But then on the other end, if I were to take it back to the creative side of it, like, yeah, there's people I don't ever want to play with again. But there's also people that like, I'm like, yeah, you moved away. We all went to college, but man, I know you're looking for a similar type band of like what I could provide to you. So that'd be super fun to play together. But I just know it's just not really in the cards right now. And I'm sure you guys have similar things like that where it'd be super cool to play with specific people now that we've all grown up and figured out, oh, this is how you do it.
Yeah, I think I think that part of it is the hope as an audience member that they're happy to get to go play with at one point people who were probably their best friends. But the likelihood of that being the case, I mean, again, a lot of these bands don't just break up for funsies, you know, they break up because something bad happened. And so like I'd imagine a lot of the times, I mean, we know that a lot of times for the bigger bands, it is the case where they don't like each other and they're doing it for, let's say, a paycheck or whatever it is. Because like a lot of them have separate vans or like, you know, separate dressing rooms and stuff like that. I mean, I guess you'd want a separate dressing room, but
there is a certain aspect of like on stage, it's different than when you're backstage.
As soon as you're off stage, it's just a business and your coworkers who don't get along, but you're just there because you're getting paid.
If I were in a big enough band that it was like we can sell out arenas and you can have your own tour bus, then I'd be like, okay, if it pays enough, then yeah, absolutely, I'll do this.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if it was like Mars Volta, you still don't get along, and unfortunately, you only have the budget to use tour vans.
Yeah,
or vans. I'd be like, fuck, we're not doing that.
Yeah. I don't know why you would. So like when you think about,
I mean,
like,
it's worth pointing out there were 4 tour buses there when I was walking by. So I think they each have their own.
Yeah. When we drove by, I gave Adam a ride home after the Moniker show, and we drove by the bus, and it was like 2:30 a.m. something like that. And so they were loading up the buses. They had the buses completely open where like you could see all like the suitcases from the band members in there. I was just like, that's real fucking sketchy, guys. Like, you guys are in deep elm. Like, somebody could. There was nobody around either. Just like
time
watching
of night to try to just pack up is right after the bar is let out. I would just say you should wait an hour, hang out a little bit longer, and
they had one of those stenciled road cases that said Mars Volta on it. I was like, what the fuck, guys? You guys can do a little bit better than that.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got on that. I'll have a update on my chem, which that's a known quantity.
It's still exciting though.
It's going to be good shows. I've seen some footage from the reunion shows, and they're fucking excited to be there.
People are real upset when Gerard Way comes out in a
dress
sheet.
Or
not the dress, the sheet. He dressed up as a ghost the other night, which was just a sheet over him, and people are like, paid $300 last night to see Gerard Way come out in a bed sheet for the entire show.
He's doing it his way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you get to make that decision for him.
Yeah, what a weird, what a ridiculous thing to be upset about. Like,
no, I get it. You don't get to see him like perform. It's not the same. I mean, not everybody's into Slipknot.
The sheet, I can see maybe being frustrated at the sheet. The dress, get fucked. Like if you're upset that he's wearing a dress, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. The sheet is the one that I would be like, yeah, I could see. How
but like 2 holes cut and like a mouth hole.
Yeah, but they were like they looked like cut holes on the eyes, but they were just like black pieces of fabric.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, you couldn't see him at all. At all.
That's funny.
That's kind of funny.
And like, I think that
It's
leans
funny
into
for
him.
some part of the set.
Maybe for like the first 5 songs, enough to wonder like, is he going to do this the whole show?
Edge
Yeah.
of your seat then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all I got. What we're listening to.
What are you listening to?
What we're listening to. What-
What we're listening to.
I mean, like,
You got to put that on the soundboard and sample that.
I've been
Very
trying.
unenthusiastic.
I've been
What we're listening to.
I've been listening to the Mars Volta,
There you go. I didn't want
but
to
like
take
the
that away from
actual the album, not
you.
just.
The real Mars Volta.
Yeah.
Real Mars Volta.
No, the album's good. I think it's better than their last album before this.
Nocturnicate.
I didn't remember the name because I didn't like it.
Nocturnicate.
Yeah, the one before that too. I also don't remember the name of.
That one's not the Bedlam, and
Bedlam and
No.
Goliath.
that's not that
That was
one.
the third album.
Tetrahedron.
That's it.
Mars. Is it the Mars Volta?
Yes.
It is?
Yeah.
I thought it was just Mars.
Yeah.
God, fuck off with your cookie settings. Yeah, Nocturnicate, Octahedron,
Octahedron.
the Bedlam and Goliath, Amputexture, Francis the Mute, and then De-Loused in the Comatorium.
Yeah, so the past 2 albums, basically after those first 4 albums, that I really like all those for different reasons. I didn't care for the last 2, but this one I liked more. I'll probably listen to it more, and it might grow on me. It's not going to be like album of the
Keep
year
us
or anything,
updated on
but
that.
It's
Have you
got
listened, Dave?
good
No, I
good
haven't listened
aspects
to
to it that I like. So
Yeah.
I've listened to it twice. The first time I was just like, nope. I had a bunch of albums queued up while I was driving to Austin. I was like, that really killed it for me. I just need to listen to podcasts. That's not what I wanted at all.
just music is ruined now.
And then I listened to it again today, and I was like, there are parts here I could see growing on me. But what I've been truly listening, and a similar thing with Death Cab for Cutie released a new album called Asphalt Meadows, and I've been listening to that, and there's like a great song on it called Pepper, which has this amazing synth line that reminds me of like a Moniker song that like Brack threw a synth on, and I was
It's my
like,
idea.
whoa. That just, no, it was not.
Yeah, it was.
No, Brack did that.
This is my idea, though.
Okay, it was Dave's idea.
Those could both be true. Yeah.
Dave wrote this song.
And Brack threw this like random spur of the moment Dave's idea synth line, and I was like, whoa, that completely changed this entire song. And that song Pepper has a similar thing where I'm like, whoa, that's so cool. It reminds me of that. But other than that, it's just like, this is a fine album. So I found myself like, I need to listen to something from one of these bands that's really gets me into it. So all week I've been listening to De-Loused in the Comatorium and Francis the Mute by Mars Volta. I listened to them both like twice today. I'm just like, fuck, these are such good songs and such good records from front to back. I love them, and they have like amazing stories behind them. If we had any sense, we probably should have done something like that this week of like talking about those 2 records, but super, super interesting stuff.
Do you skip the noise stuff
No.
on like Francis the Mute?
Nope. Yeah. I just let it
Let it
happen
go.
because what it does for me, and I get why people don't like it,
Yeah.
but what those sections do for me when the song or the more structured part of the song hits, it hits even harder. Whereas
That's
if
true.
you skip around to the like, oh, here's the part where I can sing along, like that song, The Widow, which I think is like one of their, if not their biggest song. It's really only a 2.5 minute song, but right here it's 6 minutes. A lot of that is like synth noise.
Yeah.
But then the song that comes up right after that, it hits immediately, and it's like, oh God, yeah. Whereas if you just play that song from the start, it hits immediately, and you're like, that's weird. I feel like I'm missing something.
Right.
And it's because you are.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get it's not for everyone. Mars Volta is not a shuffle band for sure.
No, they're definitely not.
Yeah, you got to listen to a record front to back. Dave, what are you listening to?
Margaret Glaspy's 2020 release, Devotion.
Is that from the Criterion Collection?
I don't know.
Do you know what that is?
I have no fucking clue what that is.
Okay.
That's
Got
why I
him.
just said I don't know.
That joke doesn't work then for him.
Got him.
Yeah. Sure you did. Yeah, I missed it. I didn't know it came out, and then I listened to it. It's really good. And then Queens of the Stone Age.
What?
Nice.
Just generally.
The last 2 records.
Okay.
Nice. I haven't listened to a whole lot new stuff. I have Been listening to the new Polyphia single, which I actually quite like. It has a vocal feature from Sophia Black, and it's like crazy cool, very hard to sing. I mean, I think that it's the coolest thing for them to do the metal pop thing and then actually lean into it and bring like a pop singer in and like make it really pop in your face. It's great.
Yeah.
And then shout out to local band Smothered. I saw them play. They're really, really good. Go check them out.
When you talk about pop in your face, dick or butt?
Crotch or
Crotch or butt?
Crotch or butt.
taint, I believe.
It's whatever. What's whatever works for you.
Crotch or butt?
Crotch or butt.
Crotch or butt?
Album.
He already
went?
He already went.
Yeah.
It was
He
boring.
went first.
It was boring.
It was boring because it was what we talked about before.
Just kind of blended into one.
I have just learned I shouldn't go first on this because then Dave always goes, all right, what do you
That
listen
might be the second time I've done that.
Jackson's done that too. Jackson's done that too.
You talk at a frequency that really it resonates.
forgettable.
It all just sounds the
resonates.
same.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so forgettable.
It's not comforting?
It's quite comforting.
Fuck, you're
Quite
boring.
comforting. Anyway, anybody have anything else they want to say?
Yeah, tell us what you really think,
Sounds
Dave.
like Dave's got
Yeah.
a lot to say.
Dave had a long day.
Yeah.
So by the way, I was thinking because sometimes bands will do this where like the Smashing Pumpkins, I think did this once where they were Smashing Pumpkins and then they became the Smashing Pumpkins.
And they got real offended when you fucked it up too.
Yeah, well,
'Cause
fucking
of course
Billy
they did,
Corgan.
yeah.
And then they became
He's a twat.
Zwan.
Zwan. Yeah. So I'm looking here, and on the 2008 record, The Bedlam in Goliath, it does say the Mars Volta on the artwork. It's not just on title here, so that lends credence to that.
I think it's always had that name, and people just
Like-
a lot of bands, if they say you just drop
The
it
Foo
off.
Fighters.
Coheed and Cambria keeps switching that ampersand or spelling it out.
The Foo Fighters.
But they're
Wait, no,
That's not,
which
that's
is
not what it is, though.
but they're just Foo Fighters.
I know.
But
Okay.
Oh,
People
okay.
call them the Foo Fighters.
I see.
Okay,
Okay, that's the opposite effect where they added a word.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We were both very concerned. Like, is this?
I looked up my Foo Fighters poster. Like, is there a the?
Yeah.
I looked at that one, and
Yeah. Is there a the there?
Yeah. I just take those out. As I was saying, Coheed.
Take my
keeps
posters out?
changing it. No. Yeah. The Foo Fighters one. Nah, I'm not a fan of that one.
I
Got
mean,
any
What
more?
that one?
if you're
What
gonna get rid of that,
That
one,
one's sick.
Yeah, that one's cool.
The one hidden from camera sucks.
That one's pretty much hidden from camera too.
I think I like the holographic one,
Yeah.
but
that's
I
a good
can't
one.
remember what it looks like right now, except for shiny.
Yeah, they're shiny. They're shiny.
Yeah.
What's it with Coheed going back and forth between Coheed and Cambria and just Coheed?
No. They're always Coheed and Cambria, but
But
they
if
switch
they're using an
ampersand
yeah.
or spelling out the ant.
Mm.
It's fucking frustrating.
God, who fucking
why?
cares?
Yeah, why does
Right?
that one matter?
Well, I
Like,
used
why?
to
Why is that frustrating to you?
because whenever I used to put CDs and like download music, so I would have my music on like iTunes and stuff. iTunes
Yeah.
kept switching it, so I would have like
That's
3
fair.
artists, that kind of
That's
thing.
fair.
Super annoying.
The capitalization difference too sometimes between some of those bands.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
well,
yeah,
it-
that does happen too. If it's Queens of the Stone Age, and then
Queens of the Stone
Queens
Age.
of the Stone Age being capitalized for some reason.
Yeah.
I thought it was just Queens of Stone Age.
Yeah, it's just Queens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Anybody got anything else?
Probably, but I'll interrupt you in a bit.
Great. Thank you guys so much for listening. And if you did, watch. Thank you for watching. That's really cool of you. We appreciate you being here. If you haven't already, please follow or subscribe on whatever podcast app you are using or on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button or the bell. Is that what you're supposed to do?
Ring the bell and hit that subscribe button.
That's it. Thank you so much.
Crotch your butt.
Crotch
Ring the
your
bell.
butt. Crotch your butt.
Let us know, crotch or butt.
Yeah.
Don't want to know. Thanks, though.
If you're on social media, you can find us on Instagram, DFTA Podcast, Facebook, Don't Feed the Artists.
Crotch or butt.
And if you want to email us any topic suggestions, thoughts on crotch or butt, anything like that, you can email us at crotchorbutt@don'tfeedtheartist.com.
Crocs or butterscotch?
Those are just different, very different
Yeah.
things.
Which one do you want?
Butterscotch.
Crocs, they float. That's an engineering marvel, man.
Awesome.
It makes sense that you would defend that. Yeah.
Werther's.
Makes sense, you fucking nerd.
I got a booger in my nose, and we gotta finish this so I can dig it out and
All
go
right.
away from these cameras.
Thank
Video?
you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening and watching. We really appreciate it. And
Fuck off! Get rid of town!
That's good.
We have to keep laughing.
why? Do I have to fucking press the space bar?
Yep.
Spacebar.